What's up, everyone? I hope everyone's day is going fantastic. I hope everyone's week is going well. Thank you so much for being here again with me for another reading. Today, we're doing a reading for what season of life are you moving into? So, what season of life is on its way to you? We are currently in a transitory season, regardless of which hemisphere of the world you're in, I'm pretty sure. And so, let's see which season of life we are all moving into next. We're going to have 4 piles. Pile number 1 is going to be the King of Spades, or I'm so sorry, the King of Clubs. The King of Clubs for pile number 1. Pile number 2 is going to be the King of Spades. All right. Pile number 3 is going to be the Jack of Diamonds. And pile number 4 is going to be the 3 of Spades. And for the collective, we've got the 5 of Spades. Interesting. So the 5 of Spades is indicative of 5 of Swords energy. The 5 of Swords is notoriously the fight card, and it's like the fight card, right? Not just like fighting with sticks, but rather fighting with swords. It's coming through here, however, much more thoroughly as the winning a fight card. Traditionally, the 5 of Swords depicts a person who almost looks like he's gloating, holding the swords that he's won in the fight that he's just won, right? The season that is coming towards everyone is a season that you have fought very hard for. In one aspect or another, I'm very excited now, even more excited than I was before, to see what we've come through with the piles. But in one aspect or another, this is a season that you guys have been fighting for. This is a season of rewards. There are rewards on their way to you in the next season coming forward. I'm getting a season of harvest, which is really interesting actually, because we're actually, at least where I am right now, going into a season of growing from spring to summer, you know what I mean? But this very much feels like a season of harvest that is coming towards everyone's lives. In one aspect or another in your life, you are going to be reaping benefits and reaping rewards of something that you've fought and worked very, very hard for. All right, well, that's a great way to start the reading. Again, for the piles, we've got pile number 1 with the King of Clubs, pile number 2 with the King of Spades, pile number 3 with the Jack of Diamonds, and pile number 4 with the 3 of Spades. All right. And we're getting started with pile number 1 and the King of Clubs. Now, the King of Clubs is indicative of King of Wands energy. So this is Leo energy, and I'm getting specifically like Leo 5th house energy, but also Leo strength card energy. The strength card in the major arcana is Leo energy as well. There's something very bright about this energy. It gives the 2 different sides to the sun, yeah? The side of the sun that can be bright almost to the point of hurting, that can give us answers, that can show us things in life, things that may need us to be strong to withstand them, you know what I mean? Things that allow us the clear light of day to really get the work in that we need to do. But on the other side of that, with the 5th house, that's also fun. It's a house of passion. It's a house of enjoying yourself, having fun under the sun. You know what I mean? We've got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the 7 of Wands energy. Okay, so already we're getting a lot of people energy in the season that is coming into your life. If you have been going through a really strong hermit season in your life, or even hermit seasons, if you've been transferring through seasons in your life and they have been more to yourself, they've been more hermited, even as they've been changing and evolving, the next season of your life is going to bring in a lot more people, I'm getting, and a lot of different types of people. We've got the Queen of Cups and the exact opposite in the Queen of Wands. We've got fire and water, right? And I'm getting that these are going to be people who, this is also queen energy. This is very nurturing energy. Not necessarily nurturing in a motherly energy, though. We're getting like Three of Cups energy here. Like friendly. You're going to be making a lot of friends, a lot of really supportive relationships are coming towards you. And I'm getting that you're going to need it because the Seven of Wands is the card of perseverance. You are going to be going into a season that you've been working towards. A season has the Star card popping out right there when I split the deck. A season that you've been hoping for. One that you've been wanting. But it's going to bring a lot of work into your life. Especially if you've been going through like a hermited season in your life where things have been like a lot quieter. Just in general, a lot quieter. This next season in your life is going to be a lot more rambunctious. It's going to have a lot more energy involved, both external energy in the sense of like people's energy coming towards you, and internal energy in the sense of the energy that you're going to need to exert to keep up with the chapter that's coming towards you. It's going to be fun though. I'm getting it's going to be fun. It's going to be something that you've been wanting. Like, this is going to be a chapter change and a growth in your life that you've been really wanting. And more than really wanting, I'm getting really needing. If you've been feeling really stagnant lately, this is going to bring the breath of fresh air that you've been really needing to kind of rejuvenate your life. And especially for creatives, if you've been having issues with writer's block or creator's block of anything like that, this is going to bring the breath of fresh air that you've really needed to get your creative juices flowing again. Again, we're getting that 5th house energy with the Leo card, right? Leo is indicative of Apollo energy, very traditionally. And Apollo is a god of creativity and a god of music, a god of fine arts. You're going to start enjoying life again. Enjoying the finer things in life is what I'm hearing. You're going to have... For some of you, this is going to translate directly into having, like, literally more money to spend. Like, you'll have literally more access to things that are a little bit more comforting in life. Especially if you've been going through really strict financial strains lately, or over the past for some of you, a couple chapters, couple years of your life. That is going to be changing soon. Especially if you've been putting a lot of work towards like your actual career. If you've been putting a lot of effort towards your career, towards any avenue in your life where you make money or where you've been hoping to make money, if you've been putting in a lot of effort towards those areas of your life recently, but you haven't been getting a whole lot of anything back just yet, this next chapter of your life is going to bring a lot more financial flow with it. You're going to be getting a lot more business opportunities, and you're going to be seeing a lot more growth in the businesses and careers that you already have your feet in right now. Again, this is part of why it's going to be a lot more busy. That 7 of Wands card coming up again, right? Things are going to be a lot busier. You're going to see a lot more responsibility in the next chapter of your life coming up, but it's going to be very worth it. Again, it's going to be something that you've been wanting. We've got the Queen of Swords, which makes the 3rd queen to pop out, by the way. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and now the Queen of Swords. We've got the Ace of Wands, and we've got the 7 of Coins. Now, the Ace of Wands and the 7 of Coins, very directly, we're looking at starting new things, you know what I mean? And this is specifically the paintbrush of creation. This doubles down on that creativity aspect. Especially if you are a creative, you're going to be getting a lot more creativity gifted to you, a lot more ideas, a lot more so than ideas, a lot more avenues in which you can pursue those ideas. Especially if you've had issues in the past with like getting ideas, but you haven't had like the access or even like the money, the time, the energy to really pursue them. This next chapter of your life is going to give you avenues in which you can comfortably pursue them. And the 7 of Coins coming through is kind of indicating that this is avenues in which you'll be able to pursue them because they're going to bring money into your life as well. Again, this is going to be real business opportunities coming towards you. Really strong entrepreneurial energy here, especially if you yourself would be like self-employed, or if you're looking to be self-employed, you're looking to start like a side business or a side hustle or anything like that. This next chapter of your life is going to be very auspicious for that. The Queen of Swords coming through with that sharp-minded Libra energy, right? And here she literally has a sword with like heads on spikes in the background. Ruthless energy. Very much, if you would consider yourself a business person, or if you're angling to become a business person, you're looking to have more of a business, like you're looking to start a business or anything like that soon, this next chapter of your life is going to be a very auspicious time for that. Getting springtime. If I were to relate a seasonal energy to this, it would be springtime. If you've been going through a chapter, if you've been going through a season of your life that's felt like winter, again, kind of on the low end, keeping it low key, maybe a little bit of a hermited time, when you've been in your learning era, in your quiet era, you know what you mean, you know what I mean. This next chapter of your life is going to start seeing things start to bloom, seeds start to actually sprout from the ground, things that you've planted, things that you've been waiting to come to fruition. You're going to start seeing it sprout up. You're going to start seeing the beginnings of changes really coming through in your life. And just like how things grow really quickly in the spring, 1 second there's nothing there, and the next second everything has grown out. Like, that is exactly what we're looking at here. Things are going to start moving very quickly for you soon. Things are going to start growing right before your eyes much more quickly, I'm getting, than you are even anticipating. All right. Getting strong justice energy. You're all very hard workers is what's coming through here. Justice energy in the sense of you will get what you give. You're all very hard workers. So the hard work that you've been putting into things, the effort that you have been funneling into what you've been doing recently or over the past couple chapters of your life, all of the growing that you've been doing, it's going to come in handy coming up in this next season of your life. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of your life you're moving into? What season of your life are you moving into? The Three of Swords popping out right there. The Three of Swords is the heartbreak card. Right now it's coming through in two different ways. One, if you've been having a really difficult time recently, if you've been having issues, if things just haven't been going as planned, if things have not been panning out the way that you have been wanting them to pan out, you're being guided right now to give yourself a break. Like, give yourself a day or two to, like, recenter yourself, take a breather, refocus, replan. You know what I mean? You're not doing anything wrong. If things have been feeling like they're not working out, you're just being guided to take a breath and be kind to yourself in this transitory season. Secondly, however, the Three of Swords is a very good omen in the sense of, like, very good omen in the sense of, like, people being a little bit heartsick over what you have going on. There's definitely jealousy in your future, in your near future, in this next season of your life. I'm getting a very quick turnaround. Again, for a lot of you, you're likely going through a darker period in your life right now. Like, it might feel almost unrealistic to think of the next season of your life being like a 180, but that's definitely the energy that's coming through here. If not a total 180, you're going to start seeing hope. Like, and that's the best way to put it. You're going to start seeing things that give you genuine hope. The Queen of Cups coming through with all of that intuitive Cancer energy there. You have likely been sensing that there's change on the horizon. If you've been feeling like things are on their way to changing, but you're not quite sure how that's going to come or where that's going to come from yet, especially if you have been, again, if you've been putting in a lot of work and nothing has really been changing, if you've been feeling change coming on the horizon, you're not imagining that. Like, your intuition is telling you that things are about to start changing. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. Don't stop working. Good things are coming to you. You will be rewarded for all of the effort that you've put in and all of the effort that you continue to put into what you do. All right. Yeah, the Ace of Swords coming out there. Now, the Ace of Swords, this Ace of Swords specifically is an excellent example of what I was talking about with quick, sudden changes. This depicts the Gordian knot. The Gordian knot, traditionally, I think it was Alexander the Great, came upon it, and anyone who could undo the knot would be known as like a special person, right? There's like a whole thing that went along with it. But anyone who could undo the knot who would be renowned, basically. Alexander the Great took one look at this unsolvable knot and pulled out his sword and chopped it in half. And suddenly, in a split second, the unsolvable knot was no more. And there had been no rules saying that he couldn't cut through it. Alexander the Knot figured something out that no one before him, and frankly no one after him, because he had cut it in half, would be able to figure it out. You know what I mean? And answers are on their way to you, and they're going to cause very sudden changes in your fortune, very sudden changes in the way that the winds are blowing for you currently. If things have been feeling very heavy, if things have been feeling like they're not working out, like they're never going to work out even, do not lose faith, do not lose hope. Things are on their way to changing for you very soon. All right. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season is coming to your life? What season of life are you moving into? Yeah, there we go. The Hermit and the Temperance card coming out. The season that you're in right now has definitely given you the peace that you need and that you're going to need moving forward. The season that you're in right now has been coming out as the Hermit card. It's been coming out as hermited energy, right? You've needed this time alone, whether it's been literally alone or just figuratively like growing by yourself. You've needed this time to yourself to heal and to grow and to find inner peace. I'm getting strong energies of inner peace. You're going to need that moving forward into the next chapter of your life. The next season of your life, again, is going to involve a lot of different people and a lot of different energies. And I'm getting that if you weren't the moon in reverse. If you were less stable in who you are, the moon gives illusions, right? The moon in reverse tends to double that. If you are less confident in who you are, if it were easier for people to misguide you when you looked at yourself, you know what I mean? The next chapter of your life would be very difficult. The next season of your life is going to require you to have a certain level of confidence in who you are and what you have going on. And this last chapter of your life, the last couple chapters of your life likely, have been really important towards getting you prepared for that. All right. What more can we know, please, about what season of your life you're moving into? Yeah, I'm getting strong cherry blossom energy. I'm getting coming up roses. I feel like that phrase came up earlier while I was reading for you too. Coming up roses. Things are going to start blooming for you very soon. Things that you've been putting effort into. You've definitely been putting effort into things. You've been putting in the work. You're going to start seeing returns for that soon. And we've got the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords doubling down on the collective energy that we had at the very beginning of your reading. You are going to see rewards and returns for things that you've been fighting very hard for. And I'm getting that for some of you, these are things that you've fallen down on trying to accomplish or achieve before. You know what I mean? Like, again, the Five of Swords is the card of... It can be the card of winning, and it can be the card of losing very drastically here. It's coming through as both. There's this sense here that something that you failed at before, failed, it feels like a harsh word, you know what I mean? But something that you didn't accomplish the way that you wanted to accomplish, something that didn't pan out the way that you wanted it to pan out, something that you tried at again, you're going to achieve this time. You're going to be rewarded for not giving up. And that's definitely a theme for your reading in general. You're going to be rewarded in this next season of your life for not giving up and not letting controversy or things being too difficult or obstacles get in your way of continuing things and continuing to pursue your goals. And we've got the Three of Cups. And you're going to be able to celebrate soon. We're going from that Five of Swords energy, that Five of Swords fighting and like feeling almost energy, to the Three of Cups celebratory energy. You're going to be able to celebrate soon. And you're going to have stories to tell too. Again, the Three of Cups is a card of friendship. And here they're even drinking around a table together, basically. You know what I mean? We've gotten already this energy that the next chapter of your life is going to involve a lot of different people. There are going to be a lot of energies there, and a lot of them are going to be very supportive, friendly energies at their least. Very supportive, friendly energies. These energies are going to be people who you'll be spending a lot of time with and who you'll have stories to tell. Like, these are people who are going to remind you just how interesting you are. Like, I feel like it can be easy to forget just how awesome you are when you spend too much time alone. You're a really interesting person. You're a really, really fascinating person, and there are going to be people who are going to remind you of that moving forward, especially if you've been having trouble feeling special or feeling like you're anything different or anything new. Trust that there are going to be people who remind you of that fact, remind you of how special you are, remind you of how much you have to bring to the table, remind you of how much of a light you are in the world around you. People who are really impressed with you. There are going to be people who are going to show you just how impressed they are with you. And we've got the Two of Coins. Now, the Two of Coins talks of balance, especially balance in our everyday material life. You're going to learn in this next season of your life how to balance your private life and the work life that you're developing for yourself. Work life feels very specific in a way that's not necessarily going to be applicable for everyone. Because again, for some of you, this is like, by work life, I mean like external life, like the life that you live outside of your internal world. You know what I mean? You're going to be balancing the life that you've created for yourself and like the mindset that you've created for yourself over these hermited periods of your life with this external life that you're building for yourself that's laying on more work and more responsibility onto your shoulders. And we've got the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups bringing back that friendly energy. Again, you're going to be growing very serious relationships in your life. Again, at their very least, these are going to be supportive, friendly relationships. In a lot of different ways, these relationships are going to be more like family to you, I'm hearing. Like found family vibes. The next season of your life has a whole lot of found family vibes involved with it. Lots of love. There's definitely a whole lot of love waiting for you in the next season of your life. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you are moving into next? All right. And we've got the Ten of Cups, which is, I would live in this moment with you forever. And we've got the King of Wands, which is, I was born for the spotlight, I'll share it only with you. Both of those cards double down on cards that you've actually already pulled for this pile. It's just further confirmation of the fact that, like, what you're doing already, what you've already got going on, continue doing it. That's definitely the biggest message coming through here, that you've already got everything that you need to do on point. You just need to continue doing it for these rewards to start coming in. Everything is on divine timing right now. You are not doing anything wrong. You just need to continue doing what you are doing. And we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. The universe has a gift for you. Now, the universe has a gift for you. This should feel like something very easy. I'm getting in reversed, however, lately, it likely, again, it's come through a couple times in this reading. It may be for some of you that you've been going through a very difficult time recently. If this last chapter of your life has been difficult, if it's felt difficult, trust again that you're not doing anything wrong. It can feel so hard to know that you're not doing anything wrong when things just feel like they're not going right. But trust that you're not doing anything wrong. You just need to continue doing what you're doing, and the universe will bless you for all of the work that you've been putting in. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much again for being here again with me today. I always really appreciate having everyone for these readings. I hope it was fun. I hope it was enlightening. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, and we are in pile number 2 with the King of Spades. Now, the King of Spades is indicative of King of Swords or Aquarius energy. That is actually less important here, however, than the number, I think. This might be the first time ever, I think, that like the pile number feels more important than the pile card. The number 2 feels really important here. So, and in 2, ironically enough, separate ways. 1, there's a lot of High Priestess energy here. Now, the High Priestess is the second card in the Major Arcana in the tarot deck traditionally. And it is a card of profound intuition. The High Priestess is the most intuitive of all of the characters in the deck. Intuition is going to factor in very largely into this next portion of your life in, again, 2 separate ways. 1, your intuition is going to see a profound sharpening in this next season of your life. You're going to be getting a lot of intuitive downloads and a lot of intuitive level ups in this next season of your life. More than that, though, 2, this next season of your life is something that you, I'm guessing, intuitively have been feeling coming for a long time now. There's a sense here that you have been feeling in some way intuitively the change that is on its way to you, almost like it's on the air. Like, this feels like almost like a change in the weather, like a change in the direction of the wind, like very intuitively, almost like feeling it on your skin that like something is coming on its way to you soon. Separately than the High Priestess intuition energy, however, there's also this energy with the 2 of relationships coming through. Relationships are going to be very important in this next season of your life, and I'm getting strong 2 of Cups energy specifically, with a specific emphasis for a lot of you on romantic relationships, and if not specifically romantic relationships, then on very profound one-on-one relationships. But past that, just a sense of relationships are going to be very important in this next season of your life. Getting back to the King of Swords and Aquarius energy with your pile card, Aquarius is the sign, it rules traditionally the 11th house, and the 11th house is a house of community and friendship. Again, more relationship energy, right? You're going to have a lot of very profoundly impactful relationships be important in this next season of your life moving forward. All right. Right, what more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season in your life you'll be moving forward into? Work is going to be big for some of you. This isn't going to be for all of you. This is especially, there's a special emphasis on this if you work in like an office setting or in like a tech heavy setting, but work is going to be important in this next season of your life, especially in those cases moving forward. Separately from that, there's a sense that technology is going to be important. If you are trying to establish yourself online in any way, if you're trying to build like a brand, or yeah, the 8 of Wands, the communication card coming through. Yeah, if you're trying to connect to people, especially online, you're going to see growth in the next season of your life. Which would make sense, again, establishing relationships. just in general, is going to be a very big portion of this next season coming towards you. Yeah, the Sun card. Happy relationships, good relationships. And not just happy and good relationships, but the Sun also brings things out and makes things visible in the light. You know what I mean? These are going to be relationships that help you move forward and help expand your viewpoints. Yeah, and we've got the Page of Cups, and this Page of Cups especially is always a destiny card for me. It involves the red string of fate. So there's a sense here that these are relationships that have been destined to find their way to you. You have definitely been these relationships that are on their way to you in the next season of your life have been preordained. They're meant to find you, and they're meant to cause profound impacts on your life. And this does feel very much like a like an equal exchange kind of thing. You will be impacting these people's lives just as profoundly as they will be impacting your life. Yeah, very reciprocal energies. These are going to be really healthy relationships that are on their way to you, especially if you have had really uneven relationships in your life, particularly friendships or work relationships. This next season of your life is going to bring in much more balanced relationships, much more give and take relationships. You're going to be meeting people who are willing to give you as much as you are willing to give them. And we've got the Two of Wands and the Fool card coming out. Now, the Fool card is another Aquarius card. We're looking at even more Aquarius 11th house energy. But the Two of Wands and the Fool card together, it indicates, again, what I was just saying with perhaps having not the best experiences with people in the past. You're going to be making decisions with people that are going to put you on a new journey with them. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be giving people chances. You're going to be making the right choices and heading down very profoundly impactful relationships with these people. Again, all feels very preordained. There feels to be something very predestined about this energy. These people are meant to be in your life, and you are meant to be in their lives as well. The next season of your life is going to see a lot of intuitive growth and a lot of predestined growth in your life. This next season of your life is going to be a planning and prep stage. I'm getting like, I don't even know if there's a season throughout the year that feels comparable to this energy. This just feels like the planning and preparation before a big journey. This next season of your life is going to bring you a lot of new energies, and I'm getting a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of different perspectives. It's going to be expanding you in a lot of different ways and getting you prepared for journeys that are coming on their way to you. If this is the start of the journey, it's the start where you're getting prepared for like the long stint. You know what I mean? All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know? All right, yeah, and we've got the Four of Wands. Yeah, the same way that, like, you get married and then you've got the honeymoon before the long stint of the marriage, you know what I mean? The Four of Wands is the honeymoon card. This is also indicative of more relationship energy. You're going to be making very, very happy relationships soon. The next season of your life is going to be bringing you... the word soulmate is coming to mind. But specifically soulmates, like multiple almost. For a lot of you, this is going to be more than one person. These are going to be very profoundly impactful relationships individually on their own. But for a lot of you, there's going to be more than one of them coming into your life in this next season. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you're moving into next? What season of life are you moving into next? All right, and we've got the Emperor. Yeah, full speed ahead. Definitely full speed ahead energy. You're getting ready for the long haul is what's happening. There's going to be a lot of changes. This next season of your life is going to be introducing a whole lot of changes to you. I'm getting, again, a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of different people and relationships. If you have been feeling like you haven't had a whole lot of control over your path, over your journey so far, this next season of your life is going to help put the feeling of control back in your hands, help put the reins back in your hands, so to speak. You know what I mean? The next season of your life is going to have you feeling like you are actually in charge of your life again, especially if you have been having issues with feeling like that recently. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. You're going to it comes back around again to that work energy. I think that I mentioned this earlier. There's this sense here that you're going to be getting a better grasp on your work and on what you've been putting your energy into. This is also indicative of being recognized for the work that you do and all of the effort that you put in to the work that you do. There's going to be people who are recognizing you in this next season of your life. And I am getting recognizing you in several different ways. There are going to be people who are looking up to you and admiring your work and commending you for the work that you do. But there are also going to be rather jealous energies that are hanging around you as well, just to be prepared for that, just as like a side warning for it. There is a sense here that with recognition in the positive way does come recognition from people who have less positive forces guiding them, right? The indication here specifically are Oni, demon in the background, who are watching this very happy, proud monk as he makes his way through. You know what I mean? These people have no bearing on your life. Very much getting the way that his eyes are closed here, the way that you are going to be able to have actual control over your life, or at least feel like you have more control over your life than you do now. You know what I mean? These people are not going to have any kind of impact on you or control over how you move through life in this next chapter. They will just simply exist. And I have a feeling that they will likely drive themselves a little bit crazy in that existence. You will continue to do your thing, and I'm getting strong like haters fuel energy, like whether you realize them or not, like whether you recognize how these people feel about you or not, there's definitely the energy here that like all of the energy they exert on hating on you will just go towards fueling you more towards everything that you're doing. Again, we come back to this energy that you're on a very predestined path. There's no one and nothing that can take you off of this path. There's no one and nothing that can take away from you what is profoundly meant for you. And this next season of your life is definitely meant for you. And we've got the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, especially in this deck, they have very similar like young, carefree energy going towards them. This next season of your life is going to have you feeling very youthful. You're going to be feeling very energized. The Emperor comes with Aries energy, that is first house energy as well. Much more energized energy. Like, the next season of your life is going to have you feeling very youthful, very rejuvenated, very much like I'm getting like you can take on the world. Like that specifically is the energy coming through. You're going to be feeling like you can take on the world. The Page of Wands is also risk taker energy. Risk taker in the sense of how like the youth can stereotypically feel as though they are untouchable, like nothing can hurt them. You know what I mean? That's the kind of vibe that comes through with the Page of Wands as well. You're going to be feeling riskier. You're going to be feeling like you can take risks, like you can gamble a little bit in this next season of your life. And that feeling comes with having a little bit more room to breathe as well. If you've been having really, really tough financial hardships recently, the next season of your life is going to see you getting a little bit more room to breathe. What comes to mind most specifically is a promotion. If you have been working very hard for a promotion, if you've been waiting on word back from a if you've been waiting on word back from a promotion, or if you have been applying to jobs and waiting on word back from a job in that sense, you are likely going to receive it in this next season, or at the very least you are likely going to start being prepped for it in this next season of your life. Regardless, there's a sense that finances are going to be easing up a little bit if they have been a burden recently, especially if they have been a burden recently. And it's going to give you a little bit more room to breathe and a little bit more room to feel like you can take risks, to feel like you can actually put yourself out there more. You know what I mean? It's hard not to feel worn down and tired when you have financial problems. Like, it just is. And we've got the Star card. Yeah, doubling down. There's definitely going to be a there's definitely going to be a wish coming true in this next season of your life. The Star card is indicative of a very special wish, in fact, coming true, or at least being at the center of your eye in that moment. Here it's manifesting very much so as a wish coming true. There's going to be some kind of wish fulfillment on its way to you in this next season of your life. I'm getting that it will likely be what kicks off this next season of your life, having some kind of wish of yours fulfilled. The Star card is also indicative of Aquarius energy. We're looking at more Aquarius energy, more communal energy here. There's a lot of there are going to be a lot of people who feel happy for you. For all of the people, and that might be a message coming through specifically now because of all of the messages about jealous energies earlier, but just know, for all of the energies of people who might feel jealously towards you, there's going to be far more people who are stoked on how good you're doing and really, really happy for you and happy for your growth and for your wish fulfillment. You know what I mean? You've worked very hard. There's definitely a sense here that you've been putting in the work. It won't be this comes back as the communal energy that we had at the beginning of the reading too. Like, it won't be a surprise to anyone when your dreams start coming true and when these wishes start becoming fulfilled. You know what I mean? When this all starts kicking off in this next season of your life, no one is going to be surprised, even if you yourself are surprised. You've been putting in the work, you've been putting in the effort. This will all be very, you'll deserve it. Well deserved. That's what I was looking for. This will all be very well deserved. And we've got the 10 of Cups. It's going to bring you so much happiness too. And the 10 of Cups doubles down on that relationship energy. The 10 of Cups is the happy family card. There's going to be a lot of people who are feeling so happy for you. In fact, in this card, it literally shows a family who's there to celebrate the birth of a new baby. You know what I mean? Like, when you have your wish come true, when it is fulfilled, like the birth of a new baby, there are going to be people who are very, very happy for you on the sidelines, cheering you on and supporting you as you move forward. Getting strong Fool energy here. Strong Fool energy here. Again, this is going to be the start of a new journey for you. Not the end, not the middle, definitely the start of a new journey for you. A wish fulfillment is going to bring a whole new world into your life. And that's the Fool card. As I was saying, this is going to bring a whole new world into your life for you. I'm hearing specifically the Whole New World song from Aladdin. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you're moving into? What season of life are you moving into? Okay. And we've got the Chariot, full speed ahead. Well, nothing could be more straightforward than that. You're being guided to keep moving forward. You're doing exactly what you need to do. And that goes 2 for 2 already. You guys know what you're doing. As a collective, I'm so proud of you all. Like, you always seem to know exactly what you're doing. It is so motivating. You know what you're doing. You have the right direction under your belt. Just keep moving forward. I definitely feel like you might be feeling like you're in a Seven of Pentacles energy right now, where things haven't quite been coming to fruition the way that you want them to come to fruition. Keep going though. That intuitive push that's telling you that there's change on the horizon, you're not imagining it. It's very much real and it's very much there. There is change on the horizon for you. You just need to keep going, full speed ahead. And we've got the Eight of Wands, talk to me, at the bottom of the deck. The Eight of Wands is the card of communication. Again, this next chapter of your life is going to have a lot of communication, a lot of discussion, a lot of interactions with new people, with old people, with people that you've missed, with people that have missed you. There's going to be a lot of new and old and current energies in this next season of your life. Just be prepared for that, especially if you've been going through more of a quiet time recently. Be prepared for the influx of new energies that are on their way to you. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for being here again with me today. I always appreciate you guys being here for the readings. I really, really do. I hope it was fun. I hope it was enlightening. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, and we're on pile number 3 with the Jack of Diamonds. Now, the Jack of Diamonds is indicative of Knight of Pentacles energy. So we're looking at very hard worker energy. Already, that seems to have been kind of a theme throughout the reading so far. There's a lot of, the next season of your life is going to involve work in the best possible way. Again, this circles back around to the collective energy that we had at the very beginning. The next season of your life is going to be bringing you the results of stuff, the results of really hard efforts that you've already put in. Like something that you've been fighting hard for, something that you've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort into. It's going to pay off in a big way going forward into this next season of your life. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Wands leading into the Knight of Swords. Now, or not the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords. Now, a knight to a king already is indicative of growing. We're going from being a knight to being a king, right? Already we're looking at leveling up. This next season of your life is going to bring you a level up. We're also looking at taking a passion. The Knight of Wands. I'm so sorry. The Knight of Wands is one of the most passionate of all of the character cards in the deck, and the most passionate of all of the knights, leading into one of the sharpest and most clever of all of the character cards in the deck, leading into the cleverest of all of the kings. You know what I mean? You're going to take something that you have a lot of passion for, something that brings you a lot of joy, something that makes you excited, something that you want to work with. You're going to take that and you're going to turn it into an actual real line of, for most of you, line of business. This is definitely a very hard work leaning line of business. But regardless, this is going to be, regardless of whether or not you'll be making money off of this, this is going to be taking something that you're very passionate about and taking it to another level. If it's a hobby, going into like being a more serious hobby, like being a competitive hobby, for instance. Like say that you play pickup game, like you go to the Y and you play pickup games, basketball, you know what I mean? And you've been thinking about getting more serious. This is actually joining like an adult league team, or like actually joining, if you're in college, actually going out for your basketball team. You know what I mean? All right. Either way, you're going to be getting rewarded soon for effort that you've been putting in. And it's going to take something that you heavily enjoy already and turn it into a very serious part of your life in this next chapter. And again, for most of you, this is going to involve taking something that you're passionate about and turning it into more of a career thing, more of a business thing, something that you'll actually either make money off of immediately or go on to make money off of. Yeah, the Justice card popping out right there. What you give is what you get. You know what I mean? You've been putting in all of this work. You've been putting in all of this effort. You're going to see return on all of that tenfold. I'm hearing tenfold. Like, you're going to see a whole lot of return on the effort that you've been putting in. Again, to the point where you can turn it into something serious. This isn't just like a hobby anymore. This is something that you're doing competitively. This is something that you're doing for work. This is something that you're doing as a business. Yeah, we've got the Empress, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. The Empress is the card of abundance. Of all of the cards in the deck, it is the card of abundance, in fact. And not just abundance, but also birth. We're looking at birthing something. You're going to be giving birth to something very, very figuratively. I am getting for some of you that might be literally. If you have a baby on the way, if you are expecting a child of any sort, first of all, congratulations. That's awesome. Second of all, expect a very healthy birth. Expect a very we won't say painless, but expect a complication-free and healthy birth. Separately from that, however, this next season of your life is going to see you birthing something. Like, we're talking very figuratively for the most part, like giving birth to like a new business, a new career path. Again, taking something that you're passionate about and turning it into something of more substance in your life, something that's more of a focus in your life. Going on to the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords. The Seven of Cups is the card of choices. Now, for a lot of you, this is going to be more than one thing. And for some of you, this is going to be one thing that opens up a lot of choices in your life. Either way, the choices that are on their way to you, the choices that are going to be offered to you in this next season of your life, they're going to bring answers towards things that you've been working on in this chapter of your life. Again, this passion of yours is going to turn into something more substantial, something more focused in your life. And for a lot of you, it will likely be as some kind of answer. Whether that's an answer to a cash flow problem that you've needed, or an answer to like a direction problem that you, or like a direction question that you've had as far as where you're going with your life. Like, the choices that are coming towards you, the paths that are coming towards you in the next season of your life, they're going to give you answers and options that you've been looking for. And we've got the Magician. Yeah. Answers and options that you've been looking for, things that are going to give you more power and more control over your life. If you've been feeling like you are lacking control in your life, if you've been feeling like you've been treading water. I'm getting strong hangman energy here. If you've been feeling like you've been treading water, that's going to change very soon. You're going to get more control over your life as things change. More of a direction. You're going to get a better grasp on control over your life, and you're going to get a more steady sense of direction. And we've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the most romantic of all of the knights. Now, again, for some of you, that might center around having like a child and building a family. That kind of romance is waiting for you in the next season of your life. But in general, what's coming through is that love for life is waiting for you in the next season of your life. You're going to be very passionate and very in love with your life in the next season. You're going to be falling back in love for a lot of you with your life in this next season coming towards you. You're moving into a time period where you're going to enjoy all of the work that you're doing. If the work has felt heavy recently, if you've been putting all of your effort into something, but it's been feeling really heavy, it's been feeling like you've been having to push yourself or force yourself, this next season of your life is going to bring you a much easier flow. It'll be a lot easier for you to breathe. It'll be a lot easier for you to it'll be a lot easier for you to continue working. You'll enjoy working a lot more. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you're moving into? What season of life are you moving into? Yeah, if you've been having issues, if you've been having financial issues and you've been working really hard at those, there's going to be relief coming towards you soon. I'm getting like a breath of cold air. I'm not sure why specifically that's coming through, but you'll be able to actually like take a breath and relax a little bit soon if you've been having really, really hard financial troubles. Yeah, and we've got the sun card. Yeah, that breath of cold air, like it's going to be, there's sun. There's a sun coming out to warm you. If you've been having issues, if you've been feeling like you're on the outside. Five of Pentacles energy. That's what it is. The Five of Pentacles traditionally depicts a couple that are out in the snow on the outside of a church. They've been cast out. In this particular deck, the Five of Pentacles is depicted by the little match girl, a little girl who is cast out on the outside of a church in the snow. The sun card coming through, this next season of your life is going to be very warm. If you've been feeling cold, if you've been feeling left out, if you've been feeling left behind, I feel is probably the best way to phrase that. If you've been feeling left behind, this next season of your life is going to bring you warmth. It's going to make you feel at home, like you can relax, like you can take a breath. And it's going to bring you a lot of joy. Again, the sun card is a card of childhood joy. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. You're going to enjoy doing what you do. Again, the work that you put in, the effort that you put in, you're going to actually enjoy doing it and putting in that effort. If life has been feeling hard, if it's been feeling like pulling teeth to get out of bed in the morning, the next season of your life is going to bring you relief to that feeling. Yeah, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles, the work card. You'll be putting in work. This next season of your life is going to have work. It's going to be, I'm getting a lot of responsibility. Like this next season of your life is going to see you with more responsibility. It's going to see you with more work, with more things that will require your attention, but it'll definitely be worth it. It's stuff that's going to be worth it in the end. You'll enjoy yourself too. You won't go to bed every night unhappy. You'll go to bed every night feeling happy with the work that you've done. You'll go to bed every night feeling relieved that you've put in the effort that you've put in. And we've got the Page of Swords. Interesting message. Two different messages already. One, there's going to be people who are missing you. There's definitely going to be people who are missing you in this next chapter of your life. Expect messages from people from your past who have been missing you going into this next season of your life. Two, there likely already are people who, if you have like, if you're big out in your community, if you're big online, if you keep any kind of like if you keep people up to date on your life, there are likely already people from your past and from your history who have been looking out to you and who have been keeping an eye or keeping tabs on you. People who do want to know where you're at. And that energy is likely why in this next season of your life, when you start winning, when you start moving ahead and actually like reaping in rewards for all of the effort you've already put into things, you will likely hear from people who have been keeping tabs on you and who have been watching out for you and trying to see what you've got going on, what you've been up to, basically. There are definitely people who are missing you. That energy is for sure already coming through. There are people who are missing you for sure. And I'm getting specifically, there are people who want to know if you're doing better off without them. I'm getting that for a lot of you. You will know exactly who I'm talking about. But yes, there's definitely an energy of people who are curious as to whether or not you're doing better off without them. They want to know what you've got going on. And if you aren't someone who's keeping people up to date with what you're doing online or out in your community, if you've been kind of in a hermit mode recently, know that there are people who are kind of driving themselves crazy trying to figure out what you've got going on. There are people who are very curious about what you've got going on and what you've had going on this whole time since you've been involved with them. And they are driving themselves just a little bit wild, trying to figure out what's happening behind the scenes, basically. If you're happier without them, if you're doing better off without them, and if you're openly doing better off without these people, they want to know if that's reality. Like, is it true? Are you actually doing better off without them? Or is this a facade that you're putting on? There are people from your history who are pressed with these questions. Um, for some of you, these are going to be people who, like, ex-coworkers. That's definitely an energy coming through pretty strongly. For some of you, these are going to be ex-coworker energies who are really missing your involvement at work. Like, you are sorely missed at your old workplace. People are really, really missing the work that you did and all of the things that you contributed to the work environment. And we've got the Ace of Cups. This next season of your life is going to be seeing you have a lot of love, though, and not just love, but new love. The Ace of Cups is a card of new love. This next season in your life is going to see a lot of new love being brought towards you. Again, it keeps being reiterated. If you are expecting a child, if you are expecting a baby of any sort, expect a healthy delivery. Congratulations, that's incredible. This next season of your life is going to be tiring, but it'll be so, so very worth it. Separately from that, though, there's just a strong energy of birthing. There's a very strong energy of birthing. This next season of your life is going to see you in a very creative mindset and creating a lot of things. Like, the things that you put your energy into will be manifesting into a lot of different things. If you are a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, then your business is going to expand heavily over the next season of your life. You're going to, especially if you're someone who takes clients, like private clients or personal clients, you're going to be seeing a huge expansion to the amount of clients that you're taking in, to the amount of work that you're doing. If you are a creative or an artist, you're going to be getting a lot of ideas. I'm getting strong, like, intuitive downloads. You're going to be getting a lot of creative direction just kind of guided to you in this next season of your life. And we've got the Two of Cups. Now, that is an Ace of Cups to a Two of Cups. This isn't just growth and expansion. This is specifically growth and expansion emotionally. This next season of your life is going to see you maturing a lot emotionally. And it's going to be seeing a lot of the relationships that you develop maturing very quickly as well. Again, this next season of your life is going to introduce a lot of new relationships to your life. You're going to have a lot of new relationship foundations created. And these relationships are going to grow very quickly. You're going to establish very strong, very life-changing relationships with people very quickly in this next season of your life. Lots of support. There's a lot of support coming through. A lot of support romantically. If you are in a relationship already, then this next season of your life is going to see that relationship flourishing beautifully. But also platonically and familially. The relationships in your life in general are going to be blossoming and growing very, very beautifully through this next season of your life. And we've got the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck. Now, the Hanged Man is also a 3 that goes from a 1 to a 2 to a 3 as far as the card orders that we're reading them in. 2 makes 3 in the sense of 2 manifesting a 3rd. Again, this is strong manifestation energy. You're going to be birthing a lot of things in this next season of your life. For most of you, that will be figuratively. But for some of you, that's going to be literally. There's such a strong energy of like baby to this pile. Like there's such a strong like sense of like birthing to this pile. If you have been planning something, if you have been like, especially if you've been planning on like launching a new business or a new website or anything like that, the launch, expect the launch to go fantastically. It's a very good idea. You're going to see a lot of very booming growth over this next season of your life. The Hanged Man energy at the bottom of the deck is also indicative of, again, that collective energy that we had before. This is something that you've been waiting for a long time, something that you've been fighting for, something that you've been waiting for. This next season of your life is going to see you getting a lot of growth in directions that you've been really wanting to grow in for a very long time. We've got the Four of Pentacles, I'm safe here, in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles, all I've got to offer is me. Now, a 4 to a 5, and that would be an ace to a 2 to a 3 to a 4 to a 5. This next season of your life is going to see tremendous growth, like a crazy amount of growth from what I can tell. It's also going to see you going from a place of not feeling quite so secure. The Four of Pentacles is the secure home card. In reverse, it's a feeling of being kind of off kilter and not quite feeling so secure in yourself and in your physical being. Going straight into the Five of Pentacles, all I've got to offer is me card. Now, typically that would be a card of physical destitution. Here, however, it's reading as being comfortable and confident in yourself, going from a place of insecurity to a place of knowing that what you have to offer is yourself, and that's enough. This next season of your life is going to see you getting a lot of emotional security, a lot of emotional stability. You're going to be getting a lot of confidence. You're going to feel more confident in who you are and in what you have going on and what you have to offer, especially what you have to offer in the relationships that you have in your life. And we've got the Nine of Swords, the demons won't let me sleep. The 10 of Swords, finally bless darkness. And the 8 of Pentacles, put your back into it. Now the 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords, again with more growth here. And in this particular case of growth, we're looking at growing out of a dark period in your life. If you have been going through a very dark period in your life, if you've been going through a period, especially a period of stagnation that has been making you feel anxious about whether or not you will be seeing growth soon, that is going to end very soon. That anxiety will be coming to an end quickly, and it'll be leading into, again, a period of working. The 8 of Pentacles, put your back into it. This next season of your life will see a lot of work. You're going to see a lot of work coming through, but that work is going to be very worth it. And it's going to be work that you've wanted to do, work that you're going to be excited to do. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you're moving into? What season of life are you moving into? Yeah, there are people who are missing you guys like crazy. And we've got the 9 of Pentacles. I am untouchable. The 9 of Pentacles is a heavily abundant card, very similar to the Empress in nature, right? This next season of your life is going to see you raking in heavy amounts of abundance. Followed by the Queen of Wands. Love it or leave it. Don't think I won't replace you. Again, with that sassy amount of energy, that real amount of confidence, the abundance that's coming towards you in both your relationships and your physical being is going to make you a lot more confident in what you have to offer. And especially if you've been having issues feeling confident in your physical appearance recently, that will be changing with the next season in your life. You'll have a lot of reason to feel as hot as you actually are. You'll have a lot of reason to feel like you've got it going on. Especially if we're looking at going into the summer, it's going to be a hot girl summer for you regardless of how you identify. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for being here again with me for another reading. I always really appreciate having you. I hope it was fun. I hope it was entertaining. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, and last but certainly not least, we're on pile number 4 with the Three of Spades. Now, the Three of Spades is indicative of Three of Swords energy. Already, we are looking at heartbreak energy. Now, this brings back around the collective energy that we saw at the beginning of the reading in a very different light. If you have been really going through it recently, and I'm getting not just recently, but like the last couple chapters of your life maybe have been feeling like an uphill battle, you're going to finally be cresting that peak in this next season of your life. You're finally going to be getting to the top of the hill. I'm definitely getting that it has been a long time coming for a lot of you. The Three of Swords energy coming through here is definitely no joke. This feels very heavy. This feels very much like you have had your heart broken. For some of you, you might still be healing from or dealing with a broken heart. And I'm getting that for some of you, well, one, for some of you, this might be a broken heart that's lasted for a very long time. It may have been a thing for much longer than just the past couple seasons of your life. Yeah, the Tower card popping out right there. This is something that is very, very significant. The last couple chapters of your life have been very significant in a very difficult way for a lot of you. Yeah, this energy just feels very heavy. The next season of your life is going to see you being rewarded for all of the hard-won fights, though. Because this does feel like these fights were indeed hard-won. If you have had difficulties with people, I'm getting like backstab energy. Like if you've had like really... Yeah, the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins is a wonderful card that acknowledges your talent and predicts validation and acknowledgement of your talent. But it also has the dark side of acknowledging the jealousy that comes with having your work be highlighted or having your work be placed up on a pedestal. You know what I mean? If you have been dealing with jealousy, or if you have had to deal with jealous energies in the past, especially in the sense of jealous energies that were people who you were supposed to trust or people who you did trust for that matter, you know what I mean? This next season of your life is two separate things. One, it's going to see better people coming into your life. The heartbreak that you've gone through is going to be highlighted in the next season of your life, specifically because I'm getting that it might be a little bit difficult for you to trust people at first. The next season of your life, however, is definitely going to involve learning to trust people, because there are going to be people coming into your life who do want what's good for you and do want the best for you and do very much want to see you succeed. Separately from that, however, this next season of your life will likely see a return of energies from people who are realizing that they were in the wrong to hurt you in the past. People who are regretting having ended things with you, and people who are missing the good times that they had with you. I'm getting specifically the energy of people who miss how supportive you were. Like people who didn't realize how much they had going until it was gone. Yeah, we've got the Four of Swords coming out there. Like the card of rest, it literally feels like these people were sleeping on you. Like they didn't realize how much you offered to their lives. They didn't realize how much brightness and sun you brought to them. They just didn't realize any of it, you know what I mean? And now that they're being forced into a corner, now that they've had to live without you, they're acknowledging just how much they miss you. This is also very much the energy of, again, just not knowing what you've got till it's gone. For some of you, and this is a very specific case, but it's coming out so starkly that this will likely apply to more than one of you. This is the energy of like an old romantic partner or an old lover of yours who's getting a new relationship or getting into a new relationship and realizing that their new partner just doesn't do everything for them that you did. Do you know what I mean? Or an old romantic partner even getting into like a marriage or a serious relationship with someone and realizing after everything settled down that they're not happy. Like they're not happy with what they've got. Ultimately it ended up being a trade down, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, that's such a specific message. It'll definitely apply to at least one or two people. But this is definitely, again, regardless of the situation, this is the energy of people realizing that they messed up. They miss you. They miss having you in their lives. They miss having the energy that you brought to the table. And they're recognizing the fact that they made a huge mistake in... They just made a huge mistake in... Yeah, in sleeping on you. Oh my God, yeah, the Four of Swords coming out again. And the Ten of Coins. People realize the Ten of Coins is the generational abundance card. People realizing that they wanted futures with you. Like, it's a big mess up energy. Like, people realizing that they wanted futures with you. They wanted something serious with you. And that they're not going to have that. What they wanted with you, they're not going to have with anyone else. What they wanted from you, they're not going to get from anyone else. People realizing that they can't replace you regardless of how hard they try. This next season of your life is going to see you getting vindication. Yeah, and that is the word for it, vindication. There are going to be people who... There are going to be energies that come back around basically just to confirm the fact that you're better off without them, and they are not better off without you. It's not like the best energy in the entire world, but it does feel very... the Sun card popping out there, but it does feel very karmatic. It's going to be very cathartic for a lot of you. Like, it might not be the nicest energy in the entire world, but I think I've mentioned this before. I'm a Scorpio rising. I have like super heavy Plutonian leanings. I am all for karma coming back around to prove that bad things happen to bad people. So it might not be like the nicest thing in the entire world, but this next season of your life will most definitely bring you vindication in the sense of confirmation that people who wronged you were not rewarded for wronging you. All right. Yep. We've got the Seven of Coins and the Five of Swords. What comes through very specifically is playing a game. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, people who were not the best to you are going to be getting theirs, and likely already have begun getting theirs. And this next season of your life is just going to confirm the fact that that's happening. Yeah, the World card popping out right there. The World card, the ultimate closure card. This next season of your life is going to be seeing you getting closure. We're feeling really fall vibes here, really autumn vibes, harvest season vibes. You're going to be putting demons that you've had to rest, things that may have been bothering you, stories in your life that you never quite got closure to, that you never got any kind of ending to. They're going to be wrapping up to give you peace of mind, just so you can move on from them without having to look back. You know what I mean? Just so you can know that you are better off without the people who didn't treat you well, so you can move on without ever having to think about that again. Lots of closure, definitely lots of closure energy. If you have been having crazy dreams about people from your past, if you've been constantly plagued by memories about people from your past, especially if these are people and memories that you have not thought about in a very long time, this is the part of the reading where I tell you to cleanse. This is the first time I'm saying it in this reading, though. Your pile's special. But this is the part of the reading where I say to cleanse your energy if you've been having issues with that kind of thing. There are definitely old energies that are latching onto you pretty hard right now. I'm getting that there are people who are going through major life changes in their life, or you have gone through a major life change in your life recently that you were open about that people caught wind of. Either way, there's some kind of change going on in the atmosphere here that people are not responding very well to. And that doesn't have to be your problem if you don't want it to be your problem. So if you've been having issues with that, please make sure to cleanse your energy. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you're moving into? All right. Yeah, and we've got the Hanged Man coming out here. Yeah, definitely the sense of like almost a pause. If there has been an energy that you've had a hard time letting go of, especially again a relationship that did you dirty that you've been having a hard time letting go of, you're going to get closure for that in this next season of your life. Closure and reassurance that you are so much better off without these people and without these energies in your life. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know? All right, and the Seven of Coins popping out right there. Seven of Pentacles energy. You're going to feel a lot lighter. It'll be a lot easier for you to go about the day-to-day things in your world. If you've been feeling depressed, if you've been feeling anxious, again, if this is something that if this is something that you recognize as not being severely out of the blue in a way that you need to seek some form of professional help for, again, it may just do you good to cleanse your energy. There are people who are sorely missing you right now. Separately from that, however, once this closure comes to you, it'll be a lot easier for you to work. It'll be a lot easier for you to go about your life and to live your life in like a normal fashion. You know what I mean? I'm getting strong Ace of Cups vibes coming through now too. Especially if this is an old romantic partner, if this is like an old flame, an old lover that's been weighing very heavily on you and has been for a very long time. This next season of your life is likely bringing you new romance. Ace of Cups vibes, new love vibes. A new place for you to direct your energy to now that you have assurance and guarantee that you deserve so much better than whoever wronged you in the past and whatever bum shit they could have to offer you. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you're moving into? Yeah, I'm getting Valentine's Day vibes. What season of life are you moving into? All right, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles. That is the third time, I think, or like the fourth time the Seven of Pentacles has come out for your pile. Strong emphasis on work. You're going to be feeling a whole... Especially if you've been feeling creatively blocked, if you've had writer's block or anything like that as like an artistic person, that's going to be lifting very soon. You're going to be feeling any blockages that you've had. You're going to be feeling those ease up and lift so you can more easily work your way through things in this next season of your life. You're going to feel really motivated to work too, I'm hearing, especially if you are self-employed, if you're an artist of any sort. You're going to be feeling a lot of motivation to get more work out. And we've got the Temperance card because you're going to be feeling more peaceful. The Temperance card is the card of peace, is the card of internal balance. Like, you're going to be feeling a lot more peaceful. This closure, this equilibrium that's coming to you with this next season of your life, it's going to bring you a lot of freedom. It's going to make you feel a lot, it's going to make things like working, things like just living your life, you know what I mean? Like, just going through your day-to-day life is going to feel a lot easier. It's going to feel a lot lighter. Life is going to feel a lot more worth living. Like, even if you haven't been having any sort of issues with that kind of thing, like, this next season in your life will see a new bounce to your step, a new light to your touch, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to see a lot more ease when it comes to enjoying your life. And we've got the Justice card. Balance is coming through. The Justice card and the Temperance card, they're both cards of balance. Balance is coming back to your life. Equilibrium is coming back to your life. Especially if you've been feeling unbalanced recently because of memories or energies from people who are being attached to you, who are still attached to you. Like, the next season of your life, with all of that firmly cut off and firmly ended, you're going to be seeing a profound amount of balance, and everything's going to feel a lot easier to handle. If you've been feeling overwhelmed recently, that energy is going to be easing up and stopping in this next season of your life. And the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is the most passionate of all of the knights. Not only are things going to feel more balanced, not only are things going to feel a little bit more easily flowing in this next chapter of your life, you're going to enjoy them more. You're going to actually find a lot more passion in the work that you do, in the things that you put your energy towards. You're going to be more excited, like that. And that is the energy that's coming through. Like, life will be a lot more fun to live because you're going to be more excited to live it. There's going to be a lot more reasons for you to get excited, to get out of bed with a bounce in your step in the morning. You know what I mean? Big things are on their way to you. There's enough energy coming through here with, like, passion for work that definitely angles towards the fact that even outside of things that you can control, there are definitely big things on their way towards you, especially if you have been working very hard lately in your business or like career aspects. There's definitely changes in your work life that are coming towards you in this next season of your life that you're going to be really excited about, that you're going to be really, really excited to move forward with. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. Now, if you have been feeling on the outskirts, if you've been feeling like you haven't been relating to people recently, I think we actually already mentioned this earlier. This next chapter of your life is going to see a lot more connection. You're going to be feeling a lot more connected to the people around you. It'll be a lot easier, I'm getting, for you to connect to other people. Again, you're going to be feeling a lot more balanced internally, so it'll be a lot easier for you to connect to people on, like, a compassionate and empathetic basis in this next season of your life. You're also going to find more empathy from the people around you towards you in this next season of your life, especially if you've been having issues with that recently. Like, if this past season of your life has seen you have issues with feeling like people are purposefully misrepresenting you or purposefully misunderstanding you or anything like that, this next season of your life is going to see a lot more empathy being extended towards you, a lot more compassion being extended towards you. People are going to be a lot more understanding of where you're coming from and what you're saying, and a lot more kind about where you're coming from and what you're saying in this next season of your life. You're going to be able to connect to people a lot more, I'm getting. There's going to be people who understand you a lot more in this next season. Yeah, and the Eight of Cups. And because of all of this, from the fact that you're going to be getting closure emotionally to the fact that people are going to be more understanding towards you emotionally, it's going to give you the room to move forward emotionally. The Eight of Cups is the card of emotionally moving on. You're going to be able to move forward and heal in ways that I'm getting you might have been just kind of living with for a long time now. With with wounds that you may have just been kind of harboring emotionally for a very long time now. This next season of your life is going to actually give you the room and give you the patience to heal from them, or at least to begin the healing process. All right. What more can we know, please? What more can we know about what season of life you're moving into? All right. And we've got the Four of Cups. My heart just isn't in it. You're going to be feeling a lot more connected. Like the Four of Cups traditionally depicts someone who is actively looking away from a cup being offered towards them. You are going to be a lot more willing to accept the cups that are being offered towards you. And cups are emotional cards, right? The cups card, the cup suit is the emotional suit in the deck. You are going to be feeling a lot more comfortable accepting emotional outreach from the people around you. Again, it's likely that you have had to go through quite a bit with people in your past. And this next season of your life is going to see you starting to heal from all of that trauma and starting to feel a little bit more comfortable accepting the outreach of people around you. And we've got the Queen of Swords. I will cut you down before giving you power over me. I shall marry my kingdom. Yeah, see, if you have been feeling powerless, not just this past chapter of your life, but like for a while now, the past few chapters or seasons of your life, if you've been having issues with feeling powerless, this next season of your life is going to see that changing in a big way. You're going to be feeling like you have more control over yourself. You're going to be feeling like you have more control over your life. And you're going to be feeling like you can comfortably close chapters that have ended in your life and move forward and move on from them in a safe and healthy way. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much again for being here with me today. I always appreciate having you guys here for the readings. I hope it was fun. I hope it was enlightening. I will see you next time. Bye.